sunny day in Wisconsin. Hopefully no more rain today. I think that's all it does here, truly. But beautiful message this morning. Again, I think they just get better and better all the time. But I'm a little biased. So, spiritual battle. Your light has a purpose to expose. Now is a time of letting your body absorb the new upgrades. Your light force is attracting all types of entities. Some will challenge you to see if you have evolved or are willing to stay in old cycles. Mother Earth is evolving and you need to evolve with her. She wants you to know that she accepts you and will help you to balance out yourself. She wants a relationship with you. You matter to her, and to know that we are all one. How you treat yourself is a reflection of how you will treat others. If you struggle being nice to yourself, start with just one thing each day. Start accepting who you are and letting your true self be seen. The balance of ego and humbleness is not for the faint of heart, but your greatest reward. Do you want to feel loved? Then you need to start with yourself. Otherwise, the cyclical wheel of life will remain the same, and you will be feeling a loss of self more and more. Be open to change and grab the opportunities life shows you. Whether you fail or succeed does not matter, but that you chose growth versus stagnancy is the prize. Be love, be you, be well. The balance of ego and humbleness is not for the faint of heart, but your greatest reward. Powerful, powerful stuff. So I pulled some oracles. It is what it is. The rose's kiss. Let it go. Bearing fruit. Close encounters. A tall tale. Wish upon a star. Spirit of gratitude. Into me I see. Look at that beautiful card. That is what Spirit is asking you to do right now. Is to look into yourself. To see what it is that you need to do for you to make the outside better. So within, so without. And the angelic realms, a team effort, clarity, validation, and patience. And to know, that this isn't something that's going to happen for you overnight. This is something that you have to work on daily. This is something that every day you need to put your best foot forward. Is it the hardest thing you're ever going to do? Absolutely. It's even harder than raising those children because it's about you. And it's about taking a good look at yourself and going, why do I keep doing the same things over and over and over and sabotaging myself? I used to. Oh my goodness, I used to. And I'd sit there and I'd tell myself, Lori, how are you literally back in the same situation? And maybe it took me 5 years to get there, but the same. And it kept happening and kept happening and kept happening until I decided that, I really want things to change. But until I started to change the things that I was doing for myself, taking a better look at myself, understanding that everything that in my world that I'm seeing is because of choices I made. There's only two things you're going to get when you make a choice. Growth or a lesson. That's it. And if you don't try new things, how are you going to know? If you don't take a risk, how are you going to know? If you stay in that comfortable zone of what you've been taught your entire life, which now we're finding out many things that we were lied to about, but we took it as, this is what it is. And even in the Bible, I've had that argument with people before too, and people that have, how could you're blasphemous? I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm saying, because you don't believe the teachings. Well, you know how many times that Bible has been rewritten? Do you know how many books they've taken out? Do you know how many times it's been altered? And again, it was written by men. People probably like me who have, the ability to hear and understand the messages that come through, but it's still an interpretation. It is not what we say, and people say to laugh, Bible. Well, it's got to be true then, right? I choose to believe that each and every one of us has a different relationship, and it's up to you to decide that relationship with God, source, whatever you want to call it. I have learned to become an omnist, which is somebody who believes in all the religions and takes a little bit from each of them, because you know what? They all have something purposeful that has meant something to me. And the more I look into it and, study and understand, because I try to understand people. Been in human resources for 35 years. It's a long frickin' time. But why I've done well is because I feel I understand people, and I can 30 seconds understand who somebody is, because I see into their soul. I don't just see the surface. And I can see if there's a struggle, and I can see, where the person's coming from. Is it just meaning that they want to be liked, or do they want to succeed, or, do they need to have that affirmation? Everybody's love language is different. And love languages, I feel, are learned from childhood on, because it's the environment you grew up in. I'm an acts of service girl all day long, because I had to earn my love as a child. No one should have to do that. But I don't criticize, my parents for that, because they were doing the best that they knew how, and how they were taught. But I knew, as time went on, things weren't feeling right. It wasn't sitting right in my soul. I knew there was something different. So I changed how I did things, and how I looked at things, and how the world was presenting things to me, and then decided that I don't need to do things the same way everybody else does, because you know why? I'm not everybody else. We're all each given our own special DNA codes. We all have them. Yes, some of us have similar to siblings and whatnot, and we're going to have markers that are going to be because of the bloodline. But also, you've got a few in there that make you just you. Even twins. They have one that is different than the other. Or a little bit, Even identicals, man, yes, they're similar people, but their personalities definitely are never the same. And it's not going to be the same, is because they're born at different times. And your time that you were born has a lot to do with your rising sign. If you've never checked it out in astrology, go check it out. Your rising sign and where you were born, the ley lines, latitude, longitude lines, have a lot to do with your rising sign and who you show the world you are. That's what your rising sign is. Your sun sign is your personality. Your rising sign is what the world sees of you. And your moon sign is really, truly what you're connected to in your soul. Mine is a Libra, so I want things balanced. I want people happy. That's why I fight so hard for the underdog, because they deserve to be seen and heard too. And love and kindness to them as well. Just because the world tells us things need to be a certain way does not mean that you have to be that a certain way, okay? Let's get one angel number. I've pulled one in a while. 1414. Light up. Mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlet, quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. So, protect good things. Even if you're, fake it till you make it. I honestly believe in that sometimes, because my struggles aren't for somebody else to have to deal with. Unless I feel, that they can help, or, there's somebody I'm close to. Pick your tribe. Pick who you want to be with as far as your group. And it doesn't have to be this big entourage. The bigger the entourage, the more fake Sorry, that's just how I feel about that. Spiritual battle is very, very real. And that is what we're in right now, is the spiritual battle. So go love on yourself, because it will help you to ground yourself, to understand your part in all of this. So, I love y'all so much. I'll see you soon.